It just baffles me that all of a sudden we became the people speaking 10 years later. I'm in my hometown and I'm filming from the most beautifully random place. And during my short stay here, I kept thinking how I can't believe I've left this place 10 years ago. It's gone real quick. I thought to share some very random lessons I've learned in the past 10 years. 10 lessons for 10 years. My first thought is travel. It's 2022, you can find a way. There are plenty of options and ways for you to adapt traveling into your life. You can approach it from a work and travel kind of option. You can get a remote job. You can study abroad. You can do Erasmus or change of experience. You can volunteer, or you can even work on a cruise ship or as a flight attendant. Traveling is going to enrich your experience tremendously. Following that, never stop learning. Use whatever means you find easy for you to digest, whether it's reading, researching, listening to audiobooks, listening to podcasts, watching videos and documentaries on certain topics. And sometimes even on a more practical level, spend time with someone who is immersed into their own craft so you can learn firsthand. Information always comes in handy, and do not assume that if you've spent a great deal of your life in one field, you shouldn't or you wouldn't have time to learn something else from scratch. There's no such thing. Sometimes the more different those fields are, the more rewarding or enriching the experiences. Don't postpone anything for when you have money. I'm always impressed just how much you can experience versus how much we limit ourselves thinking that we can experience based on the budget that we can have. The reality is a lot richer than we think. You'll probably never have enough money by your standards to do everything as you imagine. And that shouldn't stop you. There's a time and a place for things to happen. And sometimes we feel that money is the most enriching factor to that experience. However, it's just being present in the moment with who you are, where you are, just being present. Welcome to my crib. My next thought is let go of the things that do not serve you anymore, regardless of how much you've invested in them. Do not fall into the sunk cost bias. It can happen anywhere with anything. It can happen with a business, a relationship, anything that you've invested energy in. It could be even the place that you live in. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee, implying that the more you spend in something, the more you're gonna get out of it.
Departure to platforms, flight
Being early is to be on time, and being on time is to be late. Don't take this lightly. Be respectful of other people's time. You won't be praised if you're early. However, it is unnecessarily harmful to your reputation if you are late. Traffic isn't something new. Calculate how long you realistically need to get from point A to point B on time. Do exciting things and do them often. Do not postpone them. Go on that trip, buy that ticket, go to that concert, go to see that friend you miss. There's no overall happiness. Equally, I think you've outlived the happiness level of your most mundane activities. It's perfectly fine to get bored, but it's in the experiences you have in the activities that you do that excitement is sparked. There's no reason excitement should only be scheduled for weekends or holidays. You don't need to fit in. You add different value to any interaction and environment. Don't try to fit in by any and every standards. It means to reduce yourself and compromise. Yes, you will feel awkward at times, but fitting into the wrong frame doesn't feel great either. Do you ever have the feeling like you're being watched? Something bit me. And no, it's not the ostrich. The latest lesson I've learned is that an ostrich family is formed of 3 members. If this isn't the coolest places I filmed, then I don't know which one is. Next lesson. Health. The sooner you prioritize it, the better. Enjoy it whilst you have it, not when you lose it. Use the body for what it's made for, and it was not made for sitting on a chair for so many hours in front of a computer and holding a phone for the remaining time. Nobody is coming to save you. That's for when you struggle. To add on this, I think nobody is coming to validate you either when you are doing well. Often we put our hopes and expectations into this imaginary person who is coming to be there for us, to praise us. However, most of the time we are accountable for everything that we do. Be your own hero. Accepting who you are, accepting people as they are, and accepting anything that happens and comes in your way. This doesn't mean to settle or becoming comfortable with doing the bare minimum or using it as an excuse for inappropriate behavior and actions. I love that quote by Rumi that said, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise and I'm changing myself." All the change that you want to create to better yourself should be enjoyable. It should come from a place of loving the process. Don't punish your current self with the promise of a better result after you undergo a drastic process. Invest in the relationship with yourself. Learn to be at home in yourself. You do a lot of things, but what is it that you do when you're by yourself? Are you content? Are you calm? Are you at peace? Or do you always seek and chase activities to entertain yourself with or to escape through? Learn to feel at home in yourself first, more than within the actual physical space that you live in or within the relationship that you're in.